Hi, I'm Vera VanGuard for FirstGlance Film Festival, and I'm here with Andrea Gavric for the Capsule, which is this incredible film short. I imagine that this is a proof of concept for something much, much bigger because this was so layered. I have you. You're the actress, executive producer, editor, writer, which is everything, the everything girl. But this was kind of like an anti-violence dystopian future drugs. Like, tell me how this came out. This is so many levels.
Yeah, you see, my idea is always these like, huge ideas, and I was thinking, and I was telling my friends like, Andrea, how are you thinking you're gonna make this into a short film? And I was like, well, technically this should be a feature, but
Absolutely.
I want to make a short, and we're gonna make it happen. And I had it the way I've written it first. It was like, yeah, that's definitely not gonna be able to be shot in 2 days or fit in a short film, but how do we? It was like I was working with a writer. How do we make that into a story that can kind of happen in the same day, but yet cover all the bases and all the important things that need to be said and put out there.
And you did that very well because in the short amount of time of this film short, we got there's so many little things like the love story, the anti-violence, the corporate corruption, the this is like a third of what's in this little
yeah,
this project.
it's a lot, and the good thing that I really like about my film is that it's very quick. You don't have time to be bored.
Yeah.
Like it's keeping you entertained. It's giving you information the entire time, and things are happening. And then we have the fight scene as well, and it's like it's a lot of things that are happening. But I felt like it doesn't feel like it's too fast, and I feel like it belong like the scenes belong in where they belong. It kind of worked out well. We were worried if we can do it all in such a short period of time, but we made it happen. And I think the end kind of gives it that idea that more things are coming, and which is the idea for the film. We do want to make a feature. Obviously, it's going to have to be a much bigger production because
bigger.
the idea is like so big, and like we need a lot of things for it. But now we're in the talks with distributors and stuff, and seeing if
It's like
getting investors and stuff. So we'll see what can happen.
it's literally like Limitless meets a dystopic. What was that? Ballistic. So it's like the ballistic pills that keep everyone like. It's so much. Tell me about the main subject, which is this medication that your character invented, and it is a medication that helps you defend yourself from violent criminals.
Yeah, so the idea was there's a lot of crime happening, and I think we've experienced that. Like more and more terrible things are happening in the world, and I feel like if it continues like this, you don't know where we're going to end up. But I think the scientists decided to create this that it's with nanotechnology, so it gives you the self-defense capabilities, but it's not like anybody can just take it a criminal and then just fight people. No, it's like it activates once you're feeling attacked. So if somebody wants to attack you, then you get like all of a sudden you get these powers and you can defend yourself. But also because let's say the cops want to attack criminals because they're doing something wrong, then and the criminals have the capsule and the thing can get activated for them to defend themselves. The cops have a device, so they will cancel out the effects of the capsule if they're around criminals or whatever. So then we try to think of every single thing of how this can really be just used for good. But then again,
of course,
nothing
bad,
is
greedy corporate bad guys are trying to get their hands on this.
They try to get their hands on it and like add something in the capsule that's not so nice with a way of to control people. And the scientists, obviously, that wasn't her idea. And I think just general and like what's happening with the world, we have so many pharmaceutical corporations and stuff, and it's like always the idea is like the medication should be used for good. But then you have so many side effects that this is affecting this and this is because it's all about the money, and there's always something that's going to affect another thing. Then maybe you're going to have to get another medication or something else going to happen, and there's always like an agenda. And I thought that that's something that will be good for the story, and that is what happened. But the scientists, I think, when they're creating the something to be good, they want it to be good. And I think it's not. I think easily scientists can create medication and pharmacists can create medication that don't necessarily have to have other side effects, but I think they're kind of also forced to put something in there to have some side effects because that's just what serves what serves the overall agenda. You know, people don't want, the government doesn't want us to be healthy. You know,
Right,
we
right.
have to be sick so we can keep paying doctors and keep paying the medicine and stuff.
So it's almost like sci-fi meets reality.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a sci-fi movie, but it's not impossible.
Right.
Maybe one day something like that could technically happen. Maybe
Yeah.
not right now, but we don't know. Maybe, I mean, there is nanotechnology already that's being used. So
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's possible. We'll see.
I'm sure it is. Now tell me about the fight scene. Did you prepare for that? Did you like tell me about that? Because not only are you the actress, you're also your own stunt girl. You have this incredible like.
Yeah, so I've been like, I've done martial arts in the past, so I already had some background there. We did work with a stunt coordinator, who's also one of the characters in the films, the guy that does the fight scene with me, and he choreographed it, and it was great, and it worked out amazing. Everybody was so worried, like, oh, we should have just the whole day just to shoot the fight scene, because people were like, I don't know how it's going to turn out, because fight scenes can be tricky. You know, you want to make it look realistic, you want to make it look good, you want to make it look cool. You don't want someone watching it and be like, yeah, no way, you know. So I think we did a pretty great job, because it worked out really well. We didn't need a whole day to shoot it. We just did it in half a day, and it worked out great, and people like it. So
yeah. And you're the editor, so you were able to make yourself look extra fabulous.
You know, great. I wasn't supposed to be the editor.
Right.
We did hire an editor, and then I'm so like specific and detailed with things, and then I was like, you know what, I don't want it like that, I want it like this, and then we kept going back and forth, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna edit the film.
Right.
And then that's how it's gonna be, because I needed to look the way I wanted to look.
Exactly.
So then it worked out. You know, I ended up doing a lot more. You know, even with the music, I went to the guy's house who was supposed to do the music, and I composed the music with him, because what he did originally wasn't really in my mind the way it was supposed to. He did great. He's an excellent musician, and he's great. But then I wanted it my way, so I had to, and I do play the piano, and I do some music too. So then I ended up like, I'm gonna go to your house, and we're gonna make something together, and then it worked out great.
You're literally a Renaissance woman of every aspect of filmmaking, which is great. And I think that more filmmakers need to understand that you need to be able to play every role in an independent, especially on the independent level. You need to know many, many skills to create something that you specifically have in your mind. Otherwise, it's never going to come out exactly the way you want, and it's always like,
no, it's really important. And I feel like I've always been just an actress, you know, and I was like, yeah, I always had these ideas, and I was like, I really want to make films too.
Yeah.
And that I was able to do it and learn all of these things, and like now I feel like I'm even a better actress. And I think any actor should know all of these things. Like, maybe you don't want to make films all the time, but at least once or a couple of times, you know, just to understand everybody's role and everybody's position. Like, I have so much more respect for every single person that works behind the scenes now, because I understand everything that goes into making a film. Before, I was just, you know, in front of the camera. I get there, I do my thing, and I go. I didn't really understand the amount of work, you know, that it takes, and now I get it, and I think it's amazing. I think it's really great when talented people get together and they can create such an amazing thing.
You're the conductor to the film orchestra.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. Well, thank you for being here. We're so glad to have you at FirstGlance Film Festival, and I can't wait to see your film short playing on the big screen.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.